3 kids, I'm a super cook. Let's go inside. The food's getting cold. So it's Sunday afternoon and the whole family's up to my mom's house for dinner for a food that I prepared. We're gonna have some homemade canned peaches with cottage cheese, wonderful healthy green salad, roast beef, gravy, mashed potatoes, corn, cheesed cauliflower, and broccoli. This is what we call Sunday dinner. We do it all the time, and we love to get together. So, people, it's time to eat.
Natalie's food is the best.
Okay, so for dessert, we're having my homemade shortcake, fresh strawberries, and some delicious whipped cream. Welcome, Rachel, to my kitchen. Yesterday we were in my mom's kitchen to feed the crew of 30. I'm the youngest of 5 children, and so that was my brothers and sisters and all their kids, my 20 nieces and nephews, and both of my grandparents. It was a fun day. We like to do that a lot. And if you can believe it, after all those people, I still have leftover roast beef from yesterday. And to me, leftover roast beef is like gold. So I'm going to turn this roast beef into 2 different dinners right now. The reason I'm applying for this show is because I absolutely love to cook. My motto is, it's not a tradition, it's not a vacation, it's not a happy family if you don't have good food. So my mom taught me very well. She taught me how to cook, and she's retired herself from the kitchen. Not only do I cook for the whole family when they come up instead of her, I cook for her every night of the week. Her and my dad come up for dinner every night. So what I'm making today is I'm going to make some beef chili with 3 different beans, and I'm also going to make some beef and barley soup. For the chili, I like the onions a little more fine diced. So this is my son Everett. You may have seen him from the footage yesterday. And yes, he's wearing the same clothes. And yes, his face really is that dirty. I think a mother who spends a lot of time in the kitchen has to sacrifice a little bit. And that means letting your kids wear their pajamas all day. If you aren't going anywhere, nothing wrong with wearing your pajamas all day. So I added a little garlic to the chili. This is chili. This is going to be the soup. Now I got to cut up some celery, some potatoes. Now I'm going to cut up some peppers for the chili. Do you like peppers, Winter?
Yeah.
You love peppers?
Can I eat pepper?
This is healthy stuff, guys. If you eat this chili, you're going to be grown to be the biggest, smartest, strongest kids.
You get bigger and bigger and bigger.
That's right, we're cooking some majorly healthy foods today. I'm going to put some, for the soup, I'm going to cover it with water. If I had beef stock, if I had Rachael Ray's stock in a box in my pantry right now, I would use that. But since I don't, I'm going to use some beef base. So now that I got my potatoes in, I'm going to bring this all to a boil. I'm going to pour some barley in, 1/3 cup-ish, I don't know, something like that. And we'll get those vegetables all tender. Meanwhile, I'm going to go on my chili. I'm just going to use canned beans, straight from the pantry, pinto beans, kidney beans, and black beans, my favorite. Tomato sauce, and some of my home canned tomatoes. In the summer, I always can tomatoes because they just taste so much better when they're out of your own garden, home canned. I love it. And then I'm going to add some of this beef with the gravy. I already pre-mixed the spices: chili powder, cumin, paprika, cayenne pepper, little dried onion, little salt, a little more salt, just for good measure, because I just can't do anything without salt. A little pepper. Oh, and I forgot the spices. We need to put thyme. You could use fresh thyme, but I just go with the dried because it's always around. Just put some in. Plenty salty. We'll just let that cook and then I'll show you how pretty it is. I indulged today. Come see this. And made some homemade rolls. They're rising. The soup and the chili are really good for you. These rolls are not really good for you, but they taste good. All right, it is time to eat. We've got some nice homemade rolls, and we're gonna choose between the beef and barley soup or the chili. Or if you're really hungry, you can have both, but don't mix them. So this is our happy family. This is us every night of the week. We love dinner, sitting at the dinner table. Life is good, for sure, for sure.